I was able to find the title and general topic of the YouTube video you linked. Указывающий направо палец the video is titled in Russian. Что делал шейх с простой украинской медсестрой? История до слёз, which translates roughly to what the sheikh did with a simple Ukrainian nurse. A tear-jerking story. However, I could not fetch the actual video content, frames or transcript, from YouTube itself due to access limitations. Below is a 1600-word article citable for a YouTube description, SEO page based on the title, likely theme, and narrative style of the video. I'll write it as if the video is an emotional storytelling piece, combining inspirational and human interest elements, and optimized for engagement. From an ordinary life in Ukraine to an unexpected encounter with a wealthy sheikh, this emotional story captures the power of compassion, resilience, and human connection across cultures. In a world filled with stress, conflict, and divisions, stories like this remind us that deep human bonds can form in the most unlikely places. It begins with a simple Ukrainian nurse, an ordinary woman whose life, like that of many courageous, was defined by long shifts, selfless sacrifices, and a steadfast commitment to saving lives. Dedicated to her patients, SH embodied the essence of service, compassion, and strength. Her journey was not marked by fame or wealth, but by the quiet dignity of everyday courage. One day, fate introduced her to a man from a world completely different from her own, a sheikh, a figure often associated with luxury, influence, and power. Their meeting was not accidental. It was a convergence of two vastly different human experiences, one grounded in humble service and the other shaped by privilege and authority. At first glance, their lives appeared to have nothing in common. As each walked hospital corridors with stethoscope in hand, while he moved through grand halls and official meetings. But the universe has a way of bringing people together when hearts are open and loves are ready for transformation. Their story unfolded with unexpected twists. The sheikh, for all his wealth and status, was searching for something deeper, meaning beyond material successes, something that resonated with humanity's shared struggles and hopes. He was moved by stories of resilience, and he found in this nurse's steadfast spirit a reflection of qualities he admired but rarely encountered in his own circles. The narrative explores how, through their interactions, both experienced profound personal change. For the sheikh, it wasn't about charity in the conventional sense, it was about seeing life through another person's lens, understanding pain without privilege, and recognizing the dignity in everyday perseverance. For the nurse, this connection brought clarity, not of wealth or renown, but of purpose, validation, and a gentle reminder that her sacrifices had not gone unseen. Despite coming from disparate worlds, their shared conversations revealed the universality of human emotion, the fear of losses, the joy of hope, the yearning for connection, and the courage to keep going in the face of adversity. What makes these stories so compelling is not the wealth of one or the humble arrogance of the other, but the raw human experiences they shared. The video weaves moments of laughter, heartfelt conversation, and emotional tension, showing how two people from different worlds can still find common ground in empathy. Narratives like this often resonate because they touch on universal truths, that dignity is not tied to status, that kindness can transcend cultural barriers, and that meaningful connections don't follow predictable patterns. In a world that often highlights differences, this story celebrates unity through understanding. The nurse's daily life was far from glamorous. Long shifts at the hospital, emotional exhaustion from caring for suffering patients, and personal sacrifices often went unseen. Yet, these mundane details become the foundation for something extraordinary, a connection that challenged stereotypes, bridged cultures, and revealed shared humanity. What did the sheikh see in her? Perhaps it was her unwavering dedication to others, her ability to remain compassionate despite hardship, or simply her authenticity, qualities that sometimes get lost in the pursuit of status. Their conversations touched on deep themes, the meaning of life, the value of selflessness, and the struggle to maintain hope in challenging circumstances. As the story unfolds, we see that compassion is not limited by geography, world, or language. It is a force that can bring people together in profound ways. The Sheikh's journey alongside the nurse helped him appreciate the power of humility, reminding viewers that true strength lies not in material possessions, but in the courage to care for others. This video also highlights broader themes relevant to our times: the resilience of essential workers, the value of empathy in an increasingly divided world, and the beauty of shared human experience. Nurses around the world have been standing on the front lines of health crises, often underpaid and underappreciated. This video gives voice to those silent stories, celebrating their dedication and sacrifices. In many cultures, nurses are the unsung heroes, the ones who stand beside patients in pain, offer comfort when hope seems distant, and private care when it is needed most. Through the lens of this story, viewers are invited to appreciate the depth of their contributions and the strength of their spirits. The Sheikh's perspective offers an interesting contrast. Often placed in positions of power and privilege, people from affluent backgrounds can become disconnected from the day-to-day experiences of ordinary people. Through his interactions with the nurse, he learns to see life through a different lens, one filled not with guilt, but with resilience, courage, and compassion. Their relationship becomes a mirror reflecting universal truths, that every life holds value, that connection transcends social barriers, and that extraordinary human experiences can be found in everyday moments. The emotional arc of the story, from chance meeting to deep mutual respect, offers audiences an inspiring reminder: no matter where we come from, we all share a common humanity. Whether in a hospital in Ukraine or a palace in a distant land, human hearts beat with the same hopes, fears, and longing for connection. This narrative resonates because it celebrates humility, compassion, and the transformational power of genuine human connection. The Sheikh and the nurse, though coming from different walks of life, shows that meaningful relationships are not built on similarities in wealth or status, but on shared values and mutual respect. For audiences, this video offers more than just entertainment. It is a call to reflect on one's own life, relationships, and perceptions of others. It invites us to look beyond surface differences and recognize the beauty in human resilience and compassion. In a world where headlines often focus on conflict and division, stories like this remind us of our shared humanity and the simple, transformative power of kindness. Viewers often find themselves moved by the emotional honesty portrayed in such narratives, not because the characters are extraordinary, but because their experiences mirror those of real people every day. The nurse represents countless caregivers whose work touches lives silently but significantly. The Sheikh represents the search for purpose beyond material successes, a theme that resonates widely across cultures. Emotionally engaging, culturally rich, and deeply human, this story offers lessons for all. It highlights how compassion bridges gaps, how shared experiences create connections, and how every human story, no matter how ordinary it may seem, has the potential to inspire, heal, and transform. Ultimately, this video is more than a tale of two individuals. It is an exploration of what it means to be human, to care, to connect, to learn from each other, and to grow through shared experiences. It celebrates life's unexpected journeys and reminds us that the most meaningful stories often arise from the simplest beginnings. If you watch it with an open heart, you'll take away something far more valuable than just a story. You'll carry a piece of its humanity with you. It encourages viewers to appreciate life's simple moments, honor courage in unexpected places, and recognize that every person has a unique story worthy of respect. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and division, this video stands as a testament to the timeless power of empathy and connection. It reminds us that our stories matter, our compassion heals, and our shared humanity is the greatest force that unites us all. If you want, I can also help you write SEO tags, a catchy title, and a script for narration for this YouTube video. Just tell them how you'd like to proceed.